Hi, in this lesson, we'll look at searching with array lists. Let's go. In previous lessons, we learned how to traverse through each item in an array and an array list. For arrays, we use the length and brackets to find the length and the individual values within an array. In an array list, we use the methods size and get to execute the same. We can use these traversals to search for individual elements in an array or array list. Searching is an incredibly useful tool that we can use in our programs. We can use it to look for names in a phone book or a list of users on our site, or to see if certain inventory is available for sale or in storage. These are just a couple of examples of how searching can be used in real-world environments. Given a list and an element to search for, can we create a method that returns the index of that element in a list? If the element does not exist, let's return the value -1. Given the method declaration to do this with an array list, what steps could we take to complete this method? Here are the steps that we might take to complete this search algorithm. First, we want to traverse the array. We can do this using a for loop, as we have been doing. Next, we can get the value that is stored at that particular index. Then we can check to see if that value matches the element that we are searching for in the array list. If the value is the same as the one that we are looking for, we can return the index where that value is hosted. If we go through the entire list and do not find the element we are searching for, let's return the value -1. This process of searching each item in an array is called linear or sequential search. Linear search checks each element in order until the desired value is found, or if the end of the array is reached. If we take another look at the algorithm we put together, we can see that using a loop to go through each value is searching linearly through the array. Let's look specifically to see if the value 12 is in our array. At each iteration, we search each value to see if it matches the value 12, one index at a time. We keep doing so until we find the element. Once the element is found, the index at which that value can be found is returned to the initial program. If the value isn't found, then the value -1 will be returned to indicate that there is no index where this value can be found. Linear search is not limited to integer values. We can use linear search on strings and other objects too. Here we can see that linear search can be used to search each individual character in a string to see if the desired character is there. We can also use linear search on arrays. Similar to array lists, we can simply replace size with length and get with brackets to emulate linear search in arrays. While linear search is a fairly easy algorithm to implement and understand, linear search is limited by the number of elements that are being searched. The longer the dataset is, the longer linear search takes, as it must iterate through all values in order to find the correct one. Imagine the 1,000,000th item in a dataset were the element that you were looking for. Linear search would have to iterate through the dataset 1,000,000 times in order to find it. When deciding how to search for values in a dataset, it's important to consider the pros and cons of using the search mechanism. In future lessons, we will learn about other search methods that can be used instead of linear search. Now that you've learned about linear search, let's get some practice using it in the editor.